So 9,000, 3 months, jump in.
I think we jump, but it's up to you guys. That's totally up to you guys.
I'm gonna try it. I'm a hell yes.
Sup, homies? In this one, we're going to go over a live sales call. And at this point, if you don't know who the heck I am, my name's Hunter Ceroy, and I did an agency, an SMMA in the Cairo space. We did Facebook ads. We sold just under $5 million, and I closed over 750 high ticket paying clients myself before selling the company to a strategic buyer that was just rolling stuff up. A pretty cash heavy guy in Dubai, which was awesome. So, things that I want you guys to watch out for in this call today is setting the agenda in the beginning, exactly how I do that, and how I take control over the entire call by pre-framing the entirety of the decision-making process, so I never got objections in the first place. In fact, in my 750 closes, I really never got objections on any of them. And I love remaining in my introverted, authentic frame. I don't have to be showy. I don't have to be flashy. I just need to control the call to a point that every person comes to the end with a logical conclusion. Hey, I should probably buy this. So watch out for those things, setting the agenda, pre-framing the close, controlling the entire call, and simultaneously explaining why everything this prospect has tried in the past didn't work and why this time will be different. And if you guys can copy this, take some notes today, and just use this exact frameworks on your calls, you will absolutely crush it. And if you want more free information, I'll just pin like a comment or something. We have a free SMMA course, which is all about sales and crushing your sales calls. Also, if you can't tell, I've been listening to a ton of UK rap. So I kind of look like a UK rapper today. But you won't have to see that in the video. Without further ado, let's jump in and watch this call.
Should be good.
We're in, guys. We're in. Dr. Heather, what's going on?
All good. Wow, you're fancy. Look at all that.
I'm trying. I'm trying. And then what's your husband's name? Just so I'm not saying husband.
Sure, Chris.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, Chris, if you're still there.
I'm here. How you doing?
Good, man. Awesome. Cool, guys. So honestly, my job's pretty easy. These calls are kind of short and sweet. This would just be to make sure we could even help you out in the first place. So I'll go over us, company, what it looks like to work together if you guys decide you want to hear like possible next steps. Today's call, though, again, just pretty lax, just to determine if we could in the first place. So you can stop me at any point, Dr. Heather, because I knew some of this is new to you. And I'll put everything in layman's terms. You don't have to be an expert on any of this. This is why you're here in the first place. But would you guys mind if I kick us off with a couple of questions of my own?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So if I just Tulsa Healing Hands, is that what it's called?
The chiropractic office?
Uh-huh.
No, Choice Chiropractic and Acupuncture. And it's in Owasso.
Okay. Choice Chiropractic. How do I spell Owasso?
Owasso.
Wasso. Okay. Um, okay, I don't even know what I just did. Let me share my screen.
You're welcome to stay here. Let me get you a chair.
Can you say that one more time, Dr. Heather? My bad. I apologize.
Sure. Choice
Mhm.
Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Owasso. Owasso. There you go.
Is this it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's us.
Okay. Cool. And then did Chris fill out a form earlier, like maybe like a month ago to hop on? Because I remember a Chris coming through. Maybe it was somebody else though.
No,
I didn't.
no.
Okay, no worries. Maybe it was the Chris.
I
Maybe
am.
he opened up a practice that I didn't know about, you know?
He says he got the name first.
Yeah, I bet you did. Yeah. No doubt he's copying you.
No doubt.
But okay, cool guys. So just a couple quick questions about the practice. Where are you currently at weekly patient number wise?
So that's kind of why I'm reaching out because I feel like I'm a has-been. I
Nah.
used to have a rockin' practice and then I had babies and then we had a Blue Cross audit and I just kind of faded.
Okay.
So I'm only working 3 days a week because I'm doing the mom thing too.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're maybe around 150. It's terrible. I was at like 350, 400. So it's embarrassing. That's why I kind of need to revamp,
Yeah.
get my name out in the community again.
I love how that's your bad because I hop on with people that are like at like 50 weekly patients and they're like, yeah, I don't really need you. I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm kind of mortified to even say numbers.
No, that's great though. That's awesome. You have like a really good foundation. So I assume your database is probably huge too, which will help us out, maybe.
5,500-ish
Okay.
patients,
Yeah,
6,000, somewhere. I don't know. It's been a while.
totally cool.
Have a
Okay.
look.
So, where would you like to be as far as weekly patient number wise?
Gosh, I think I'd be pushed a little bit, but that'd be exhilarating at about 120 a day, 3 days a week.
Okay, so
So
like
that'd be
360.
60 a week, 3 days a week.
Cool. Okay. Dang, yeah, that'd be awesome. Cool. And then have you ever done, I know terrible with technology. That's totally fine, by the way. Have you ever done anything like this before as far as digital marketing, paid ads, anything like that?
There was, so are you familiar with the group Pinnacle
I think so.
Management? So
I think
that's
so.
what I was a part of forever and ever.
Mhm.
Celebrating 20 years this month. So,
Nice. Congrats.
like I said, kind of a has been trying to be young again. So, that group, they didn't promote it, but men and women within the group found this marketing thing. This was forever ago, and they would just cold call people,
Mhm.
and we got a few patients from that. But it was the people trying to get the deal, and they came for whatever the deal was, and we really never saw them again. So it was a lot of work for no reward,
Okay.
and
Understood.
that's all I've ever done.
Gotcha. Were you going to say something, Chris? Did I cut you off?
No, he's in the other room now.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought I heard a voice. So, do you have anybody on the staff? Is there any CAs right now?
I have one CA.
Okay. What's is it full availability the 3 days a week that she's there?
Yes,
So she's there whenever you're there.
yes,
Okay.
and she
Um,
comes in on Thursday to do admin stuff.
nice. So she's like 4 days.
Yeah, 35 hours a week,
Okay.
but
Oh,
paid for 40.
cool. Okay. So other than that, do you have any care plan structure set or any like systemized way of like payment structure, care packages, stuff like that?
Yes,
Okay. What
yes.
does that normally look like? 24 visits, 36 visits, something like that.
So we take the x-rays, we do a thermal scan, and then we figure out if they're a phase 1, 2, or 3. And most people are always, 2 to 2 advanced 2.
Mhm.
So that's in the ballpark of 33, 38 visits, somewhere in there. And we structure it as here is your corrective care, and then here's your maintenance. And we teach maintenance twice a month forever, every other week forever. And then like the gray area or the bridge is how she communicates that we don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but that'll go from 3 days a week down to 2, down to 1. And how do we monitor that? We rescan them with the thermal scan, and that seems to really connect with the patient because they're like, whoa, I was a 10 at my C1 and now I'm an
Yeah.
8. I need to keep going. And it just kind of does the teaching for us.
Yeah, that's yeah. All the new kids fresh out of school that like don't have any it's fine, but like they don't have anything like that. They always have a harder time getting people to stick to things because they can't like visually see the improvement. So that's awesome that you have that. That's fantastic.
And my conviction is really strong. I have
Yeah.
no problem telling somebody they need to come 5,000 visits for the next rest of their life
Okay.
with a wink, right?
Yeah.
We're going to adjust ourselves. Why would we not adjust them? So,
No, that's awesome. That's great. Okay, sweet. So reason I ask about the CA is because we have two different ways of doing this. Um, I could probably spend the next hour with you building exactly how I would get you to 500 weekly patients. I know we don't want to get there, but like everything that would entail. If your goal is just to basically double what you're already doing, because I think you're at like 150, so let's 300, get around there. Of course, we want to get to 360. I think it's pretty straightforward and pretty simple, but the two different ways of doing it. Number one, we're going to take care of all of the marketing. So we're going to get a ton of people to sign up. After that happens, it's do we want your CA to reach out and confirm bookings and get them set up for the day one? Collect prepayment credit card deposits is what we would recommend. So go into that in a second. Or I actually have a team that can do it myself, our team. So I'll tell you a little bit about us. I started this company like 4 years ago, and I had a family friend that was a chiropractor for 30 years. And for 30 years straight, his practice made $1 million a year. And I thought all chiropractors are super, super rich. And I came to find out many of them aren't, and a lot of them needed help with marketing. So we started that up. And after we solved the marketing problem, there was a sales problem where not everybody has your conviction, Dr. Heather. A lot of people are like very good at their craft, but not good at. But there's like a saying about the best artist in the entire world is a starving artist because they don't know how to sell themselves.
Right.
So we help with that too. We're able to reach out. Like, let's say I get 100 people that are interested. We could go out and call them all, get them booked. Of course, it's like a little bit more of us that you would pay, but it's just basically whatever you want. So that's my little tangent, my little spiel. And what I'm asking is, do you think the CA would be comfortable maybe confirming like 10, 20, maybe even like 30 people a month, calling them and getting them set?
I do, because she's fairly new. That's my only hesitation. She's about just shy of 2 months
Okay.
in. She's older, so she
Okay.
just takes the ball and goes with it. She'll
Okay.
do anything I coach her to do, but she's just so new to the whole
Yeah.
concept. That's my only hesitation. But yeah, I think she'd be willing, she'd be ready, she's hungry
Okay.
to learn.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Because we can give her all our scripts, and it can happen one of two ways. I say, because you're just getting back and started, and well, let me just back that up. How's the P&L looking? Is the practice still profitable? Are we like super in the green?
It's profitable because the overhead is so low.
Sweet. Good
I
for you.
mean, that's kind of my money guy back there. But
Okay.
I mean, I too have had the $1 million
Yeah.
plus
Yeah.
a year practice, but we're not there now. So
Okay. Well, you can absolutely get back, and I can outline some other stuff if you want to get associates too. For today, we'll keep it simple.
yeah, he's been bugging me about associates, but I'm not quite ready to let go yet.
Well, you don't have to let go. You could get associates in and still work there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Chris, I hear him in the background.
One step at a time.
That's fine. Yeah, we'll
Let's
keep
get
it
it.
light.
CAs are hard enough to manage and control. I'm not sure if I can handle the ego of a doctor too.
Let's get it back to 300, then we'll talk.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so new patients wise, I think with our flagship product, our least expensive one, I want to give you guys wildly realistic expectations, wildly conservative. Would probably be about 10 to 15 walk-ins, and that's like below the median, but the median's normally around 15 to 20
A week,
a
a
month.
month, a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can get way more if you're comfortable with using a higher advertisement budget. Like, we have people in Dallas, people in Kansas City, all like some people are close to Parker, some people are close to, is it Cleveland College in
Cleveland's in Kansas City.
yeah, so that's the one in Kansas City. Then there's like Palmer, Davenport. So like all the people close by, they just want to beat out all the competition. They're like, spend 10K, I don't care. And they get like 100 people in a month. And that's, we don't have to do that today. I'm just saying we can get way more to whatever you're comfortable with. So
Just to I'm not trying to think small, but maybe a little realistic.
sure.
Being that she's, barely just 2 months in,
Yeah.
and I only have one right now.
Okay.
I think if we started too big too fast, our foundation wouldn't be strong enough and we'd crumble.
Totally.
So I think we kind of build, get it high enough to bring that second lady in, and then boom. That's kind of my vision.
Yeah, that sounds great. And you can obviously like increase the budget as we go and get people in. So we don't have to hit the ground sprinting. We can do a little crawl, walk, run.
Okay.
That sounds great. Other than that, we do have client success managers here that will help. And what's her name, the CA? Just so I don't-
Amber.
So we can help Amber with her scripting. We can actually record all the outbound calls that she would make through the CRM. And she's not going to be making 100 calls, but just confirming basically appointments, people that have inquiries. So we can help guide her there. And we also have a chiropractor on our staff that he exited like 2 different practices, and now he does a bunch of stuff in real estate, but he's like amazing marketer and salesperson. So he hops on with all of our clients as much as they'd like for like quick 15-minute calls at least once a week. If you want Amber to hop on that, if you want to hop on that as well, Chris can hop on that and just go over high level picture, basically to get back to 360 without feeling like you're running around with a chicken, head cut off type thing. Yeah. Can I ask what's the average care plan cost for a 33 visit, 33, 38, something like that?
Let me do the math real quick here.
Okay.
Um,
And are you normally insurance or cash?
That's a great question too. I've only ever been in network with 2 insurance companies, and
Mhm.
everybody else we just run as cash. But even with Blue Cross, their deductibles are getting so high that patients come in with it
Yeah.
and they're like, I just want to do cash. I don't want to deal with it. So I feel like that pendulum is swinging
Yeah.
the other way, and I'm not even forcing it. It's just how the
Mhm.
world is right now. I don't know if you're seeing that where you guys live,
I
but
am. Yeah, I am. And I'd honestly, Dr. Heather, I would just do cash for this campaign just to keep it super easy.
okay. Um, so we're $51 a visit. So I'm just taking 51 times like what, 36-ish. And
Mhm.
then I'm adding our day one. We charge 368, and that's about 2,200 bucks.
Okay.
And those are fees I actually set when I opened in '05, and we've never changed them. So
Okay. I'm sure you can raise them in the future. Is there multiple ways to pay off a cash care plan? Maybe like,
yeah, she just says, she presents it all and then she says, how would you like
Mhm.
to take care of that today?
Yeah.
Some people write her a check, some people put it on their card, some people, get a little anxious. Can I do that in two? Sure. And then we kind of guide them if they'd like to do it. It's always the people who pay per visit that it's the
Mhm.
red flag. They don't trust her yet
Yep.
with the money, or they don't
Yeah.
believe in me yet. So
Yeah. I completely agree. You're saving me about an hour of time because I hop on with a lot of people that don't want to do care plans, and I'm like, gonna be tough. It's definitely gonna be
yeah.
tough because you're basically reselling yourself every single visit, and that gets.
hmm We keep the card on file, and then like
Mhm.
they're walking out. She's like, "Gotcha, gotcha," and they
Mhm.
love that. So
Yeah.
it's just seamless. It's easy.
Mhm.
It's all behind the scenes.
Yeah. So that's all perfect. Okay. So I think here's what it would look like realistically. And I'm going to use extremely conservative numbers. Let's say we spend the lowest amount possible and we get like 15 people in a month, 10 or 15 people.
Okay.
I think, again, super conservative, maybe 3 to 5 of them would do a care plan. And you're basically like 3 to 5xing return on ad spend. So, yeah. I mean, I'll break all this down, but I think you'd be a great fit because we already have the care plan structure. That's super easy. We don't need to go into like consulting mode. I think it's just getting people in, and we can help Amber and coach her through the entire process. And let's say Amber, uh, we love Amber, we want her to win, but let's say she's not winning, we're able to help her out and book, and we would only collect that day one visit. So here's what I would recommend. Normally, a day one visit to a chiropractor is like 200, 300 bucks. Is that around what you are? 100 bucks, something like that?
Yeah, we're 368, and that's the
Yeah.
scan, the adjustment, the traction bed, the exam, and the X-rays.
Okay. So normally what we do, Dr. Heather, is we would do a $47 day one special where normally it's 360, and we get a ton of influx of people who want to come in and take advantage of it because it's normally 360. It's going to be profitable, but it's going to be profitable after they purchase a care plan. Are you comfortable with that, or is that a big
I
hesitation?
think, okay, I'm open to ideas, but I
Okay.
feel that attracts a lot of people that
Uh-huh.
just want a deal, and all the work for us is up front,
Uh-huh.
and we do a lot of work for someone who maybe doesn't come back because they
Yeah,
just want the deal. And we've
totally agree.
done the x-rays, and I'm open to hearing it. It's
Uh-huh.
just that's a tough one.
Yep. And I completely hear you on that. So
Like we're at the fair.
I hear you. What a lot of people do to counteract that is they make the detective mode day one the deal, and then they don't include the first adjustment. So the adjustment's a part of a care plan, but people that are actually coming in, you'll get on the like I just had a recording I should have pulled, but I just had a team meeting with the dialers, and somebody was like a truck driver and their back was in so much pain it was actually affecting their work, like they couldn't work. So that person came in for the deal, and like if he doesn't convert to care, like I think the doctor did something horribly wrong, because like how the heck could you not convert that person to care? So a lot of the people that are coming in to find out what's going on. It's not really like I want to come in and see the YouTuber chiropractic freak show of like a Y strap or something. A lot of people are coming in for just to figure out what's going on. So you can exclude the adjustment, you can include the adjustment. I think if you include it, you'll get way more people in. And I think if you exclude it, you'll get a higher conversion to care. I think they'll both kind of even out on the return on investment. It's just kind of whatever you'd like to do.
How do you guys come up with that day one price?
We've been doing this for 4 years. We've tested in every single market, like in America, every single state. We've worked with at this point over 650 practices, but the 47, the reason that it is that is because anything over 50 for like a Facebook ad, oftentimes people assume, middle income America, like over 50 is expensive, under 50 is cheap. So right there at the 47, and we noticed a lot of practices charge around 50 to 60 bucks per visit. And if they pay off the care plan, maybe it's even a little cheaper. Maybe it's like 45 to 50 bucks per visit if they just do like just swipe my credit card, pay it all. So because a lot of people that come in, Dr. Heather, haven't been to a chiropractor before. The majority of them haven't. They don't truly understand the value of a day one until they're in there. So it's this paradoxical thing of like, well, then how do I get them in there if they don't understand the value of it? So oftentimes people understand the value after they come in. So if we give them a slam dunk deal, it's 47 bucks, and they go through all these scans that you have, all the different day one, like the x-ray, thermology, everything. I don't know if you have a CLA scan, like everything that you go through.
Yeah, that's what we have, the CLA.
That's awesome. So everything that you go through, people are like, once they get in there, like, holy shit, like this is awesome that I got all this. So they were kind of in this like emotional high where they're like, thank you. And it's the law of reciprocity where they get all this stuff. And then they're like, yeah, I do trust you. I will do a care plan. That's what we've noticed helps a lot.
Okay.
And I agree that you're definitely worth the 360, but it is just that like law of reciprocity thing where people get so much, you give. And then when you do your ask for the care plan, they're like, okay.
Okay. So what's your guys' care plan look like? Is it similar to what I'm doing or different?
Oh, it's super similar. Yeah. It's like the classic, like 24 to 36 visit. And then just, this is like our generic stuff that we're partnered with a bunch of chiropractic groups. So like we have like a bunch of different templates and things. I think what you're doing is great. And I wouldn't reinvent the wheel. I think you're doing a great job, great conviction, great sales. Everything's good there. I think you just need more people.
Yeah, when the phone doesn't ring, it's always been internal referrals. That was the Pinnacle model way back when, but after COVID, it tanked. So that's why I'm reaching out.
Okay, cool. So, I got a couple things to show you.
Okay.
Do we have like 15 more minutes, you think?
Yeah. I only have to leave by 12:45 Central Time.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an easy half hour.
Okay, so I'll definitely have you guys out. Is Chris still in the room?
Yeah, he came back. He's intrigued. He's very intrigued.
I'm back here. I'm back here in the shadows.
He doesn't have a chair, so that's why he's not sitting next to me.
It's because there's no associate in there. We got to get an associate in there. There'll be a second chair. But okay, so I know I can help you guys, and we actually do some pretty cool guarantees here. Is it cool if I ask you guys for a favor before we jump in?
Okay.
Okay, since I have you and Chris here, I think there's typically 3 things we could do at the end of today's call. One is, hell yeah, Hunter, I'm in. This sounds great. Let's do it. The other is, no, it's not a good fit. It's definitely not a good fit for Choice Chiropractic. That's fine. If you guys want to tell me no, it's not a good fit, I'm a big boy. I'm not going to take it personally. It's totally fine. What I want to avoid today is maybe I'll think about it. I'll get back to you, because those are really just polite ways of saying no. So would you guys mind if I ask you for the huge favor of giving me a hell yeah or a no, it's not a good fit, but no maybes, or I'll think about it at the end of today's call? Would that be okay with you and Chris?
That's fine with me.
Okay. What about you, Chris? Is that a pain in the ass?
What's your thing you always say?
It's either hell yes or it's hell no.
I like it. That's totally cool, guys.
That's what he always says.
Sweet. So, yeah, I'll walk you guys through. Number 1 is the offer. And if you're comfortable with a $47 offer, I would highly advise that you do that, Heather. And sorry, Dr. Heather, I'm not trying to be a dick. I would highly advise we get started with that, because I know that one works, and that's what we would put a guarantee behind, that it would work. And you can always raise the price. Like we have people in Bay Area that everybody just like, it's Bay Area. It's so expensive. So like if you charge 47, they're like, oh, you're only 47. It's kind of like a status thing. So we bumped it up to 67, then 77 worked, then 87 worked. But for most median income markets, 47 is like the slam dunk. So I say we start there.
Is that what you're doing for the other people in our town? I know there's other offices using you guys.
Really? In your town?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Restoration Chiropractic.
Let me check it out.
And Green Country.
Who's the
maybe
doc?
in the past.
Who's the doctor in restoration?
I'm sorry, give me one sec. Colt.
Oh yeah, Dr. Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love Dr. Bryce. They just had a baby. Yeah, they've been crushing it for a while. You guys, oh, that's exciting because they're one of our best clients. So if you guys are somewhat in the area, that should be
We're very close.
how close? Let me look up.
Couple miles.
Okay. You think it's more than 5 miles?
No.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
We can push the radiuses. It's not a big deal. We won't pull from their people, but it means that you're in a really good market. So that's awesome.
Okay.
So Dr. Bryce is great. And I'll make sure that we're not stepping on his toes. Was there somebody else you said green something?
Possibly Green Country. And the only reason I ask is because I know those two are in the same management group.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest. I don't know green country. I do know restoration.
Okay. What's his name? Kyle Cavett, maybe? Dr. Kyle Cavett.
Yeah, let me check out the name, Dr.
What's
Kyle.
the name of that group I went to? That seminar?
I don't know.
Is it Kyle
Amped.
Konis?
Amped is the name of their management group that you guys, that's how I found out about you guys through Amped.
Yeah. I'm not seeing
Don't
it.
see him? Okay.
Yeah, might not be us. Might be a different company. But yeah, Dr.
Okay.
Bryce is crushing. So, um, I'll give you guys like the quick spiel. So a lot of docs come on with us and they're terrible at being on camera. So we have to still be able to win with them. I think you do a great job, Dr. Heather, but we still have to be able to win with those people. So we have a bunch of content that we're able to run for you. It's, what we call like white label content. So if I pull up this guy, I'll just show you a random example. Where are they? They're like Fort Lauderdale-ish area. So here's an ad that I think her name's Dr. Alexandra, and then her husband, Dr. Patrick. I have like 1,000 examples that I could show you, but for today's purposes, they really just gave us like 30 seconds of footage. And we made like months of content with it that we ran as ads. So if you already have pictures of you, Dr. Heather, in practice with patients, or you can spend an afternoon, maybe if you just give Chris a phone and he just gets us a couple pictures of you in action, that's perfect. That's great. We can run that for months. Is that a possibility?
Yes, it's so out of my comfort zone, but it's totally a possibility.
You're okay. And the beauty of this is you don't need to talk. You can just kind of go about your business and we'll make it look fantastic. Like if you guys have seen our ads, if somebody can make me look fantastic, we're doing something right, baby. I'll say that because I'm not the best on camera, but yeah, there's hundreds of different examples here. So yep, if we can get you in action, that'll be fantastic. We'll run this on Facebook news feed, stories, same thing on Instagram, and we'll put a demographic around it based on kind of the clientele that you're looking for. Is this basically, family practice? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, very much.
Okay, cool.
Lots of women and kids.
Cool. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Pregnant.
So yeah, are you Webster certified or is that?
Yes.
Cool. So if you even have some kids, if you want to use your kids, I don't know, whatever you guys want to do, you working with kids is fantastic and always does so great on video. If we have like kids like having a good time and
Yeah.
you're adjusting them, it's just very family-esque and
Okay.
gets us a ton of views. So that'll be great on that side. What then happens is once people want to sign up, they'll click through a landing page and it'll basically just have you, picture of you about the practice, everything that they're getting. And they're like, holy crap, I'm getting all this stuff for $47. Then they'll give us their information and they'll request the time. And the time isn't confirmed until we talk to them or until Amber talks to them. What EHR do you guys currently have?
Cryo Touch.
Cool. Oh, heck yeah. You're making my job easy. Do you have the cloud-based version yet?
No.
Okay. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Sweet. So let's look up Dr. Bryce, for example. Okay. It doesn't matter. So this is what the CRM will look like. And CRM is just a client relationship manager. So Amber will see this. She does not have to be an expert on anything. She doesn't have to remember anything. She is a hotline to us if she needs any help. And the beauty of it is that this does the majority of the work for you. So you'll see how many opportunities you get. Opportunities really just means leads. So let's say in a month you get 65 leads. Normally what we shoot for is like 30 to 40% of these walking in. So if I see 60, 30% is like around 20. So that's a pretty good month. They're not spending a ton either. So yeah, that would be a pretty realistic number. You can see in here in conversations is where all the potential patients are, either texting questions. It'll go right to the top of the inbox for Amber to check out. We can put more pictures of you, Dr. Heather, in there, just so it builds like a ton of credibility, ton of like attention is being focused on this until we get people booked. We can integrate your calendar, and we can do that one of three ways. So, for today, doesn't matter. We can integrate your calendar. All the contacts that we build, we'll create a list. So let's say, 2 people sign up for today, but then they go out of town and then life happens and then they have a bill. We'll still follow up with them 2 months later. So, you have access to all this. This is all your properties, basically what I'm showing. There's some agencies out there that'll like keep making you pay, to get access to your information, which is I don't like that. But all this is yours. Other than that, this part's really cool because you guys can track exactly how many leads come in, Dr. Heather, how many are calling or texting, how many have booked but not confirmed yet, how many paid online, and how many showed and converted to care. So Bryce is killing it. Got like 57K in the last couple weeks here. 41 showed, converted to care. Yeah. I mean, there's some other stuff that honestly doesn't really matter. How are you doing on this, rotating all this information? I know it's a lot.
Good.
Okay, cool. Sounds great. So that's pretty much it for all I would recommend. There's a bunch that we can talk about in the future, Dr. Heather, on where did this that I see on your Google My Business.
Do I need to have a texting program at the office? Or is
Nope.
that through your program?
It's through our program, and
Okay.
we're actually partnered with Sked, if you've heard of Sked.
Uh-huh.
So we're the only agency that's partnered with Sked, and we can get you a huge discount. I think it's normally like $350 a month, and we can get it for like $99 if you want it.
Oh, wow. We've been talking about that.
Yeah, so we can do that as well. We can talk more about it on onboarding. So for us, you don't technically need it, but if you want a platform for all your patients in your database, Sked it's awesome.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Hey, Hunter.
Uh-huh.
Do you have that screen of Bryce's thing? Do you still have that up that you were just looking at with the convert? So if I look at this right,
Mhm.
you said 57,000, but it looks like he had, if I understand this right, he had 57,000 of leads and booked $9,000 actually confirmed. Is that right? Or am I reading this wrong?
This is number one, this is disorganized, and we got to ride Bryce's ass to get this organized, but I'll just walk you through and let me know if I'm understanding the question correctly.
Okay.
This is all value here. So in this pipeline for leads, this is 183K in value. Over here is actually what was extrapolated. If I just scroll a little bit, right?
Oh, I see.
It's actually in the last couple of weeks, it's 23K because these
I
people.
didn't see. Okay. I didn't see the whole screen. I got you now.
No worries. And these people didn't commit to care. So this was 5,000 in value that he missed out on. Or maybe their visit to visit. We could create another thing. I don't know.
So not to interrupt, but if I look at the first column all the way to the left, that was 183,000 of possible leads. And the very last column, 20 some odd thousand was converted, right?
Yeah, 23. Yep.
So you're okay. A little over 10%. Okay. I'm a numbers guy. So I was trying to and I like stuff like this. So I was just trying to get into the data.
And something that we'll go over on our calls, Chris, if you just want to like mental note, maybe write it down later. This is whether you guys work with me or not. What's good online is about, and I'm just going to be conservative, 30% of leads coming in. So let's say you get 100 leads, it would be 30 walk-ins is great. And then conversion to care after that has so many different variables that don't have to do with us. So it's a little bit harder to say, but what we think is good is normally around like 40%.
Okay.
Conversion to care.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
Cool. Yep. Yeah. So the only other thing, guys, and we can talk about this in the future, this Google My Business has so much potential to increase. So I know this like doesn't pertain to you guys literally at all, but we have we're like 99% chiropractic, but the occasional person that needs help. It's funny that they're like one of our best case studies is in Tulsa. We worked with Glow Medical Aesthetics. Jenny, we did this for like 2 years, but now she's like #1 in Tulsa. Have you guys ever seen this med spa?
No,
That's fine. She's somewhere around there. Wherever.
only because I don't do that stuff.
But
I guess.
that's interesting because I looked at her website and some others that I know, and I felt like there's opportunity there to, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
So for you guys, we can start ranking for keywords on chiropractic specific symptoms and just chiropractor. We can blow up the reviews, even though it's great, 4.7, it's great. If people see, somebody with 35-star reviews, they're probably going to go there just because they have more. So we can crank up the reviews. We can make the website look awesome. This is though, like, not overkill. Like, of course you want to do this, but for the purposes of you getting results as quickly as possible, don't need this. This will probably take us like 2 or 3 months and we can come back to it. Just wanted to say. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole spiel, guys. Do you guys have any specific questions on
I do.
leads?
Yeah, with the insurance, you said for this program, just drop the insurance. And I'm totally fine with doing that. It saves me a ton of paperwork and notes and everything. But what about the person who has federal Blue Cross and it's $20 a visit or 15 or something like that, and they just are adamant that they want to use that?
I always butcher the technical answer. This is why his name's Dr. Connor Robertson. That's on our back end, the guy who exited 2 different practices and now he does a bunch of real estate and helps people do sales and marketing. You can either just say that it's only a cash thing and they have to do it. But if they want to utilize that, there's a way with, what is it called? It's like not scrubbing. I don't know if scrubbing's the right verb, but you can make it compliant so it's not like you're trying to hide anything from like an insurance company. So you can make it compliant, or they could just do the whole thing in insurance. He has the exact spiel on it that he could, give you the exact spiel.
So yeah, that actually triggered another thought. Being that I am in network with Blue Cross, I feel like I have to be careful with my contract with them, that I'm not letting the person use their insurance. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I'm in network with Blue Cross. I've made an agreement to take people's Blue Cross. How does that work legally? I just don't want to go through another audit.
No, you're fine. We could either exclude it in the ad itself.
Okay. So you say it up front in writing.
Yeah, it could be in writing on the ad. This is right after this, I'm going to get really down and dirty on figuring out the exact terminology because this only comes up like 1 out of every like 30 of my calls, maybe 40.
I bet most of your people are all cash, right?
Yeah. It's moving that way for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a solution. Connor has it, Dr. Connor. He'll hop on with you. I'm going to put that in the notes that you have a specific question on Blue Cross and you don't want to go through another audit. I promise we won't do anything to raise any flags or anything like that. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much we just need content from you. I'm sorry, don't need, but we want it because we want to show your face around the community. We want to build a brand. You get us content and we'll get you awesome looking creatives that we can run for months and months. We host the CRM for you guys that will train Amber on. We'll give Amber our training that we give our remote CAs so she can hop on, get all the scripts. I would recommend that Amber collects credit cards from people just to reserve their appointment. We can help her do that. Worst case, if Amber's not able to do it, we can do it. and the dialers just collect that $50. They take it. So that's their fee. They're just basically working for that. So you're almost doing a free day one when you look at the P&L because you're paying us for it. But when you convert people, you don't care because it's, care plans might be $2,000 or $3,000. And after that, we can track everything in here so that when you hop on your biweekly or whatever you decide to do calls with our team, we can, because I know Chris is a numbers guy, we can see exactly where and if things are underperforming. So whether it's the ads themselves, or it's the signups, or it's the show rate, or it's the conversion rate. There's really only ever 4 things. We'll be able to see exactly where the ball's being dropped, if it's being dropped, and we can fix it really quick. We'll hop on with you, and we've done this a time or two, so we can definitely help.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's about it, guys. Any other questions, concerns?
No, I don't think so. I think you probably have different levels of programs for everybody.
Yeah.
Probably already know what program you're thinking of it for us.
I think so, yeah. I think just like the flagship lower thing. And then if you want to go, try and do a sprint, we can absolutely do that. But for now, I think we just make this profitable, even if it's like a 2 or 3x return. That's great. And we can scale it up from there. We can make the campaign as crazy as you'd like it to be. We would just obviously have to spend more in ad budget, but if we don't want to do that out the gate, that's totally cool. So typically what would happen next is an onboarding call where we go over any last information about your Blue Cross Blue Shield, all the semantics. We get everything prepared and ready to rock, and we can actually be live within 7 days, 5 business days. So that was my next question. If you guys decide to go with us today, what would be the soonest we could go live?
Which is on me, right? To get the videos to you?
Yeah, that's why we don't need it, but we do want it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go live as soon as possible, we can just start with white label content that's text and pictures and stuff like that. But the videos will always do better and they will make you more money.
Right. I can make videos next week.
Cool. Yeah, sweet. Is there anything stopping us from going live? Any vacations or anything coming up?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. So I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, like I said, but on May 3rd, I'm only working a half day. We've got a conference out of the country. So
nice. Where at?
we get to go to London, England,
Cool.
and then
Sweet.
over to Castle Combe with a management group that I'm part of. So
which management group is that?
It's Tim Young out of Oklahoma City. It's
What?
called Focus.
Yeah, Tim's my homie. Tell him I said what's up.
Tim's my homie too. I've known him forever.
That's awesome.
Does he use you guys?
He hasn't. He's never he told me I don't market.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, you know how Tim is.
13 in the morning and he doesn't market.
Yeah. He takes ample pride in himself and his brand, so I just didn't want to even insult him by offering it. But we've worked with so many people in Focus Foundation.
Okay.
So many people. Some people have amazing life-changing results with us. And I'm basically giving you the chiropractic spiel. Like you would tell a patient, some people they get that one magical ad with us and they get 100 people in and they make $100K in 3 months. Other people, it's very just 2-3x ROI. And then we grow from there. I want to be very conservative and set expectations. I know this area is good and I know Bryce Colt's already doing well. I think you're going to crush it. But yeah, I would expect with a flagship 10, 15, maybe even 20 people walking in every month, and you can scale from there. Other than that, are you guys ready to hear about investment and what possible next steps look like?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So our retainer fee to house all the ads, create them all, do all the copywriting, build out all the ad funnels, and then the CRM, and then the texting platform, and then building out the workflows, weekly update calls with Amber to make sure she's cooking. And we give you guys basically a dashboard so you can see how you're doing. That's $1,500 a month. So that's 1,500. And we recommend you match that with ad budget, another 1,500. So 1,500 goes to me and my company to manage everything. So you're paying us minimum wage. And then $1,500 we would recommend you put into Facebook and Instagram. And with our lower tiered, not lower tier, but like lower results clients, it's normally about $100 per butt in the door. So that's where I conservatively say, I think if you spend $1,500, just like Bryce Cold is, I think you should consistently see around 15 people coming in.
So you say 15, but it's 3,000 a month, right?
Yep. In total. Yeah.
Total. And that you're saying for 15 patients a month?
Yeah. Is my
You
conservative
predict?
number. Yeah.
And
It's my,
you say it in words of butts in the door.
did I cut you off? I'm sorry.
No, it just so 15 patients a month, and the word I think you used is to get butts in the door.
Yeah, probably. Um, just because I know Chris is a numbers guy, what we guarantee, guys, is at least 50 leads per month. And this is when I was doing some backwards math with you. What we rank as good is 30%. So that's where I'm getting around these 15 butts in the door. Yeah.
You're the math guy. Can you?
Well, it all depends on how many of the 15 you convert to a plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
You have to convert.
Yeah, you gotta convert.
You got to convert at least 1 or 1.5 to make it work.
1 point, I'll say 2. Convert 2.
Yeah, I'll be honest. My job's not that hard because normally 2 people pay for it
2
and then
patients pay.
just get more than that.
What kind of contracts do you guys require?
I would highly advise that you guys do at least 3 months because normally it takes us 45 to 60 days to get the lowest cost to get the most people in. So over the 3 months, you guys would be spending $3,000 per month total. But what you'll see is that the results slowly increase. And then at like the end of month 2, they kind of hit a ceiling. And that's where we can have fun conversations on like, hey, we're crushing it. Do you want to spend more? Do you want to finally get that associate and hang out with Chris maybe once in a while? We could have those fun conversations in like 2 months.
Do I have, and please be honest on this,
Yeah.
do I have limitations with only being open 3 days a week
You
with your
do.
program?
Yeah. Not with my well, I don't know if I'm understanding the question correctly. I think you were at a slight disadvantage. Yeah, for sure. Because if people want to suggest a Tuesday, and you can't do a Tuesday or whatever your day off is, they might go somewhere else. However, the beauty of this is because we have a lot of people that work part-time, you're going to throw up your availability. They're not going to be able to book anything that you're not available for. And the only way that they can see your availability is if we've already captured their information as a lead. So even if you're slight disadvantage, I, Hunter, look at Dr. Heather and I'm like, I want a Thursday, but she doesn't work Thursday. Okay, well then I'll come back to this. And I just get off my phone. Well, Amber can follow up and just be like, hey, yeah, I saw you booked the time. You said, back is hurting. You've never been to a chiropractor before in your application. Could I get you in? So it slight disadvantage. Yeah. It happens all the time. But just slight, because you got to think as well, Dr. Heather, some people only have 2 days a week where they do new patients. They work every day, but they have 2 days that they do new patients. So not the end of the world for sure.
Okay. And how much, so I know like Bryce has with Amped, they have a pretty amazing program to educate and a lot of staff. We have 2. How much, I mean, I want to go into this to win. How much, we're going to really have to be educating to help these people understand that they're signing up forever. Any thoughts on, I guess that's what I'm asking, since you've dealt with the Focus Foundation members and you've dealt with the Amped, how's that kind of compare?
Let me know if I'm understanding the question correctly. We work with a couple franchises as well. We have NDAs, so we're not supposed to say, but they're probably the ones that you're thinking about. And one of them that I don't have an NDA with is called, whatever. It's basically it's in Kentucky. And what they do to educate their patients, they have 7 different locations. They send out a YouTube video after people book, and they're like, hey, here's how to prepare for your day 1. And we'll just be like, hey, I'm Dr. Heather. This is what we're going to go over. You got an amazing deal, by the way, because normally we do this for $300, but here's all the scans that we're going to get. We're going to go over this. We're going to do that. And then they make a second video that after, because do you do a day 1, day 2 process?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So then they would do a second video for day 2 where it's like, here's how to prepare for your day 2. We're going to go over the report of findings. And then it's basically like going over the care plan. Then, month 1, we're going to do this. Month 2, we're going to reassess and like see how things are looking. And you can actually visibly see yourself improving and increasing, like visibly in posture, but you'll also notice that these side effects go away. These side effects go away. You feel better here. And it's what we call a video sales letter. So it does a lot of the work for you. We can script it out and have you record it. And we've even we've had some hard campaigns that really made us work. We've had like a dog chiropractor and a horse chiropractor, and they still did video sales letters and they still did great. So yeah, we can do that for you as well. You don't need it, but it will make your life easier for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
What do you guys think?
What do you
Any
think?
other questions, or pretty much ready to rock?
I'm good.
So 9,000, 3 months, jump in.
I think we jump, but it's up to you guys. That's totally up to you guys.
I'm going to try it. I'm a hell yes.
Cool. What about Chris though? I need a hell yeah from my man, Chris.
I'm hell yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Awesome, Chris. Yeah.
just for
Okay, cool guys. So I'm just going to fill out like 2 things and then I'll have you on your way.
Cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Dr. Heather is a lovely, lovely, lovely person. Her husband was great too. It was just an awesome overall call. And I think where I win over like all of my competitors is that I'm a much more friendly conversation with people, and people just enjoy being on the call with me. I lower sales resistance. I'm not pushy. I answer questions efficiently, and I'm very honest where I see things going, either good or bad. And it just gives me this consultative, trustworthy frame. We ended up crushing the campaign, so I knew I could help these people. It was a very cut and dry, simple call. So in everything that we did on this, I want you guys to write down frameworks, questions that she asked and how I responded, questions that I asked to, kind of build the frame. And basically, I know I could help these people. However, they need to realize that for themselves. So I just kept constantly increasing their perceived likelihood of success by talking about other people in the area, talking about similar stories, or being honest where I see their pitfalls or disadvantages, but how we can overcome them. And I just had an answer for everything because I've actually done the damn thing before. So if you guys copy this verbatim, your close rate can be stupid as well. I think our best month, our close rate was like 43, 44%, which was stupid because we got like 33 new clients that month. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's going to be way more, so subscribe and don't be a little bee. Actually do it. Subscribe. See you guys.